Sir, now I will explain a small demo program for you. Sir, more realistic, which can be used in our day-to-day programming very commonly. I want to write a predicate for user authentication. Are you getting that? Just my predicate has to check whether username and password are correct or not. Are you getting that? A simple top level I will explain so that you will get more clarity how to use predicate in real time, right? So just have a look once. I'm taking a class. I'm taking a class user. A class user. Every user assume that contain username and password. Are you getting contain username and password, right? Now I'm taking string username and then string password, like this I'm taking. Just every user contain username and password. Next, to create user object, whenever you are creating user object, constructor must be invoked. That's why I'm taking user constructor string username and then string password, like this I'm taking. This dot username is equal to username I'm taking. This dot password is equal to password. Are you getting right? That's all. This is a small user class. Every user having username and password. Are you getting right? Now my requirement is, sir, write a predicate which can take user object as the argument. Are you getting? Which can take user object as the argument, and my predicate has to check whether valid username or not. Assume that, sir, how you can able to write a predicate to check username and password. Okay, authentication predicate. I want to do that. What is the way? Yes, I'm writing the predicate, sir. Observe a bit carefully. Predicate. This predicate will take user as argument type. Are you getting? What is the input type, sir? User object as the argument type. That's why this predicate which can accept input type as user. Okay, P is equal to now what I have to take here is, sir, what is the input to the test method? Sir, I'm passing user object. This is the input. User object is the input to the test method, right? Sir, what condition I have to check? Username should be, password should be, like that I have to check. Okay, so I will compare with the database values, I will compare with the file values. Just for simplification purpose, username should be Durga and the password should be Java. Such type of user is considered as valid user. Remember this one, such type of user is called valid user, right? Sir, how to check? Username should be dot equals of Durga. Should be dot equals of Durga. Are you getting? Username dot equals of Durga. Compulsory it should be dot equals of Durga. And sir, username should be Durga and password should be Java. Okay, user dot password dot equals of Java, like this, right? Have you observed, right? So if you can provide user object as the argument type, sir, I'm providing user object as the argument type. What this predicate is going to do is, hey, username is Durga or not, and the password is Java or not, it's going to check, sir. If username is Durga and password is the Java, then this predicate returns true. The test method returns true. If anywhere, sir, no matching, then automatically this predicate fails, or otherwise this test method returns false. Observe that. Sir, anyway, for simplification purpose, I hard coded Durga and Java, but in real time, you have to compare this username and password with the database values, right? Of course, you can able to do just if you are getting the basic idea. Okay, now my question is, sir, I have to ask end user. hey, please provide username, please provide your password, like because I want to validate whether you are correct person or not. I want to ask end user to provide username and password dynamically from the keyboard. Have you remembered, sir? If you want to read the dynamic input from the keyboard, which one is the best choice? Scanner. Have you remembered, right? Scanner, standalone application, scanner class is the best. Let me create scanner object. Okay, scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system.in. Again, scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system.in. Remember, now which is pointed into the keyboard. Now I will ask array enter username. Now I will get a username, sir. String username is equal to sc dot next. Remember this one, string username is equal to sc dot next. Now I got username. Similarly, I can ask enter password like this. Now string password is equal to sc dot next. Now the password is also ready. Are you getting? Now the password is also ready. Sir, now once end user entered username and password, with that create user object, so that you can pass that user object to the predicate as argument, which is going to check whether this person is valid or not. Are you getting right? What I will do here is, this is how to get username and password. Now user is equal to, I'm creating user object, right? Because user class already I wrote, constructor is also available, already I wrote, constructor is also available, right? User is equal to new user of, here what I'm trying to take, sir, username comma password. Regarding username comma password like this, right? User is ready. Okay, now I want to check if already I wrote predicate, right? Already I wrote predicate p dot test of pass this user object. Pass this user object. Are you getting? If you pass this user object, the argument to the predicate, now this predicate is going to check whether the username is Durga or not, whether the password is Java or not. It's going to check. If it is satisfied, then it is going to return true. If it returns true, now system.out.println, okay, valid user, and you can get all services. You are the valid user, sir. You can get all services like this we can, okay, like sir, else this predicate test method returns false, he is not valid user, then immediately I'm taking invalid user, please log in again. Are you getting? Please log in again, okay, like I have to provide. Yeah, how beautiful these examples are. Just in reality, where the predicate we are going to use, yes, in this example for authentication purpose I'm using, right? My predicate can take user as the argument, user object as the argument. It will check whether username is Durga or not, whether password is Java or not. It's going to check that. If the username is Durga, password is Java, then this test method returns true like this, right? Now it's very clear, sir. Predicate test, if you pass username as the argument, if this test is going to return true, valid user, you can get all services, else invalid user, please log in again. So the main important thing is, in this scenario, in this example, for which purpose I'm writing the predicate, just for authentication purpose, whether this person provided username and password valid or not, to check that I'm using this predicate. Everyone can able to understand, right? But anyway, complete program is already available in our material. Just download that material. Happily you can able to practice this example, right? Just let me execute so that you people can get much clarity. Have a look once. Observe that. Observe a bit very carefully, sir. Here, import java.util.function.predicate. Next, import java.util.scanner. Why I am taking scanner? Because I used scanner to read dynamic input, right? Sir, this one is the user. User, class user, string username, string password like this, right? Now, class test, okay? Predicate here, just do you know this is the constructor, right? Now just I created main method. So this line is a very important line, predicate of user. So this predicate is always going to take user type, user object as the argument. U dot, sir, if you provide user object, u dot username dot equals of Durga and the u dot password is equal to Java. If the username is Durga and the password is Java, that is the predicate it's going to check, sir. Yes, how to write predicate for authentication, it's very clear. Now scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system.in, enter username, enter password. Now let me create user object with that specified username and password. Now p dot test of user, pass that user object as the argument to predicate. If our predicate returns true, valid user and can avail all services, else invalid user, you can't avail services, right? Okay, sir, in our example, when we say that a user is valid user, when we say that authentication succeed, if username is Durga and the password is Java, like that, right? Now let me run this code, sir. Observe a bit very carefully. Java C test.java. Compiles fine. Java test I'm taking, sir. If I can take Java test, enter username, okay, Durga, sir. Enter password, Java only. Sir, is it valid or not valid? Yes, valid user and can avail all services. Let me run again. Sir, enter username Durga, enter password, sir, Anushka, something like I'm taking, sir. Regarding username Durga, but password is Anushka, which is sir failed, which is not correct. Then immediately what the output we are going to get, invalid user, you can't avail services. Everyone can able to understand. So in reality, predicates how you can able to use for authentication purpose. Best example to understand, right? Just type each and every word so that you will get much clarity. Have you observed, right? I'm writing each and every word just for you on the board so that you people can feel more comfortable, sir, in the flow. Clear? Any doubt? That's all. Thank you.